Hey everybody, welcome to another concept art stream. Hello. So I have a couple suggestions of where to go for the concept art tonight in the Discord. I got one in the chat. I'm looking for one more before I set anything to a vote. So if you have any suggestions, feel free to drop them. And if anybody's just coming to this fresh, I just take suggestions and then work it out. My wife might be joining us. She just went to a mom's night around the corner from our house. She just walked over to one of our neighbors where they have a bunch of moms and they all drink and then I don't know, beat people up, bring a homeless guy in and make him strip down and throw wine at him. I'm not sure what they do. But I'm going to start a poll in the chat as soon as I get a couple more suggestions. Okay, concept art suggestions. Killer robot repurposed for kissing. It's a good one. Ones from Discord I'm going to drop in here. My wife as Elden Ring boss. Add another option. Secret Goblin Pro hockey player. Last one. Let's see. What's good? Ride armor from Robotech. Red wall if it was in the Star Wars universe. Gosh, it's gonna be hard not to do that. Alright, that one wins. That one gets onto the red wall in Star Wars universe. That's a good one. Okay. I'm not really choosing the concept art suggestions in order. It's just if I'm feeling one of them over another one, then I just add it. Alright. Voting's up. Let's see where we go. I like my wife as an Elden Ring boss is winning. Well, I've been so busy. I've just been working a ton. I have a big meeting tomorrow for work, so I've just been like racing towards that. I don't actually know my deadline, I realize, which is probably not the best thing in the world. I should probably double check that. Like, am I getting super close to the deadline without having a finished illustration? Uh-oh. I'll probably have to do a little bit more work on it tonight. You've been looking for Dark Souls style art process, time lapse, or tutorials to try bring my art into a detailed level. It would be great to see wife boss in your process. Haven't seen me since I boothed at the first MondoCon. Hey, yeah, that was a while ago. I remember that. It was years ago. Yeah, I remember flying down to Austin for that. Okay, it seems like it's pretty unanimous that my wife as an Elden Ring boss is the winning choice for this round. What was the second? The Red Wall? Okay, so Red Wall and Star Wars universe will carry over into the next vote. Alright, so let's get into this. Okay. So what would I do? I'm gonna look up. I already know what the bosses look like. I'm just going to look at general shape language to see what I would do for Kim. What's her theme gonna be? Well, there's a number of things that it could be. She likes when I lean into things being super Asian, so I'm gonna do that. I know that's gonna be part of it. She's really good at cooking. She's really good. She's good creatively in general. She can, she's very good at being like super organized. She's not real OCD, but she has like she loves having like control over every aspect of her life. Let me pull up reference of my wife. I don't need to pull up reference of my wife. I'm just trying to look at some just some Elden Ring inspiration, and then I'll go from there. So what do you guys think? Should it be a cooking thing? I mean, that's probably what she's like. If she had anything that was like a characteristic that was visual, as far as the theme goes, it would probably be that. An Oni alchemist cook with a giant cauldron. Yeah, let's do something like that. Let's do... Yeah, alright. I know what to do. Gonna come back from mom's night and be like, what is this? You're like, well, they wanted you to be an Elden Ring boss. Sorry. No, she's gonna like it. Probably not Asian enough for her. I can do more Asian. Maybe I'll do like a kind of ao dai outfit, the Vietnamese thing. Okay, now let's just get weirder. Let's give her like long fingers. Maybe like bonsai plants growing off of her. Give her some like tree of life creation stuff. The designs and the ao dai kind of bleeding out into real plant shapes off of it. I'll have her holding like a giant weaponized like Asian looking spoon or something to stir the cauldron. Let's start that over. Let's use the symmetry while we're doing this to make it a little easier to design the cauldron. Maybe it's like a Baba Yaga type of thing where she's like in it. Let's make it a walking cauldron. Feels like it would make sense. We're going with like the Baba Yaga type of theme. Like she's her own food sort of deal. Trying to go for some like Asian aesthetic stuff, doing like wood framing and all that sort of thing. I think she would like this. Let's make her hair crazy. Needs to be more dramatic. Oh, I got an idea. Let's make it like a pot of pho. Let's make sure the broth is clean. She makes a very clean broth. Maybe I should change her tool here to more of like a soup spoon. Might make more sense. Here we go, the beautiful Miss Raposa in her giant pho crab spider. Be a cool idea. She's riding in the crab. She's slowly cooking. Well, sort of. I wanted to make it like a cauldron, so she's kind of so she's in her like broth, and she's cooking that. But you know, her cauldron's like walking around, and I don't know what happens. Like maybe it's a thing where like her second form is she like submerges into the broth, and like all her skin melts off, and she comes out as like the evil version, like she's beautiful in the beginning, and then like scalds her body in the broth, and then like comes out like a crazy witch or something like that and fights. If it were Elden Ring, you know, maybe there's like phases to it. I don't know what it would be, but cool. That's fun. All right, let's move on to the next one. That's a quick one. All right, so the one that we had was the one that was the holdover was the Red Wall Star Wars. Alright, so Red Wall Star Wars. Feel free to drop other suggestions in the chat, and then I'll add them to the poll and we can vote on which one wins. Did I study fashion at all for coming up with costumes, or did you just kind of make your own ideas from scratch? A mixture of things. Like, I like fashion. I like design in general, so I'm a big fan of a lot of that type of thing. And I think I pay attention to it, so maybe that's really it. It's just like I'm aware of design, I'm aware of people's fashion sense, I'm aware of designers that I like, and I'll look at that sort of thing and keep reference folders and whatever of that, but I don't even really look at it. I'm never directly like referencing an outfit or something. It's more or less like a feeling, and I'll look at like the design shape language of whatever it is I'm doing, and then kind of close all that stuff out whenever I'm actually working on the concepts, and then go off of instinct based off of what I understand of the shape and design of a lot of that similar looking fashion or whatever that's going to be integrated into my concept. I try not to be like super derivative in that way though. It's like, look at all of it, take it in, study it, and then close it all, and then go from your imagination. And if there's stuff I'm missing, maybe I'll reference things like after the fact. But yeah, concept art suggestions in the chat so I can add to the vote. Feel free to also, re-suggest things that you already saw. If you want me to do a robot that's sad. I forget that one that Riley said. What was it? Killer robot repurposed for kissing. I'm good for that too. What would I want to do? Oh, and if you want me to do something that's like from something, like if you want me to pull from like a video game, make sure that like in the suggestion that it's based off of, that your suggestion's based off of like a genre thing. So toss in like another, like, so-and-so in a fighting game or something that's like a little different than what you're used to seeing them in. Alright, I'm just gonna start adding my own suggestions to this. Spider in a... Okay, I'm gonna add an old one in here. A luchador from 40K. Koi fish, as if it were a character from Street Sharks. Let me see, let me look at what I have. Okay, I'm gonna start the poll now. Street Sharks Koi Fish is a cool idea. If you suggest that again, I'll definitely consider that. Hello. This is Krita. It's free, but you should donate. Okay, the voting is still ongoing. It's looking like we're pretty much there. I just want to make sure that people get a chance to vote. It's Redwall in Star Wars and Luchador from 40K are pretty high up there, and Street Fighter inspired tabletop RPG is up there too. Do you draw from references a lot, or most from imagination? Mostly from imagination, especially when it comes to like the starting phase of whatever I'm working on. So if I'm working on if I'm working on like a game for somebody, like doing concepts, I try and go from the top of my head first, and then as I narrow in on the whole feel of it, then I might start to put together some form of reference material. But generally speaking, the reference isn't direct reference, it's just like a feeling. Like I'll be like really just kind of feeling out like what this like general look and feel of the game world is. So it's more of like a mood board than reference, just to make sure that I'm staying in the genre correctly and within the game world, so I don't wander out. Sometimes I'll like veer off into my own stuff, and I might get a little too like silly or something depending on what I'm working on. Okay, I'm gonna call it end poll. The Street Fighter 1. That's pretty cool. Street Fighter inspired tabletop RPG. Alright, let's go for it. Let's go with... So, if I think about it, so like generally speaking, if I'm like working on a concept like this, most of the time I'm thinking about how can I take something like Ryu, Do. I'm thinking about how I can take that character and basically fit them into the mold of like a tabletop RPG. And in that way, I'm really thinking more of like D&D type of stuff. And you know, his iconic sure you can. If I'm thinking about like moves and whatnot, I'm just translating it over into magic. So it'd probably be something maybe like cursed gauntlets or something like that. What would it be? Let's start messing around. I don't see him as a medieval warrior really. He's more of like a mix, like he's a martial artist, so he's that, but he's also like a mystic in a sense. But I want to keep the shapes there. I want him to read who he is. When you cross genres and you're like doing a mashup, you don't want to lose the things that are identifiable about the character necessarily. You want that stuff to still be intact mostly. Otherwise, nobody knows what you're doing. I like taking characters that exist in a certain space and bringing them over into another. It's fun. Looking at things I can borrow from the design and then turn it into something else. make these look more magical. I was thinking of like talismans tied to them or something. And having it look like sort of like the rope ties on a Thai kickboxer, like dangling off the arm. Not a huge fan of runes, just because it doesn't read so much as like monk energy to me. And I feel like I just see them a lot. But this is like what I would do to kind of just rough something in, you know? If I were doing concept for a game, I just kind of start putting together a rough silhouette. It's a fun idea though. I'm just trying to think about it. keep his shoulders still that like torn up thing. You think you heard me fart? No. I was farting earlier though. This room was smelling horrible. So I'm kind of happy that Kim didn't come back to this. She would have been so disappointed. Okay, I have an idea now. A lot of times when I'm working on something, I'll have like ideas in the initial thumbnailing thing, and then I'll get kind of lost in that like that, and then I will have thought a lot while I was doing it, but there's no point in trying to like salvage a thing that you've just been kind of like vomiting on for however long. So you can kind of see like some of the ideas I still carried over from the other sketch, but it's just faster for me to do a whole new thing now that I've actually thought about it. Keep the two cloak thing going. Split. Anyways, this is Tabletop RPG Ryu. Thanks for the suggestion. Okay. Please feel free to drop suggestions in the chat for the next one. And then we'll look at all of them and go from there. See what the coolest suggestions are. I'll make a poll and then you'll vote. And that's how we've been doing it. In the meantime, I'm just going to add some shadows to this. Just quick, dirty concept art. I have been good. And in a second, after I lay some shadows in, I'm going to look through all the suggestions, and then I'll choose 4 that I like, and from there you vote on those. Okay, here's all the suggestions. Let's see. Alright, so adding some to this. Let's see. Alright, I'll add that there. Street shark koi fish has to go back in. I said it would. Draw a demon. More demons than I've drawn, probably 1 billion. Let's see. I still want to see Redwall, but Star Wars universe. Okay, we got one more chance. Let's go for it. People don't know, Redwall is the little animals in like medieval setting, but they want to see it in a Star Wars universe. So, little animals in Star Wars, essentially. Humanoid. Well, you know, they walk and whatever, upright. What would be the next best one? I'm picking one more. Why do you look like you just ran? I don't know what that was. My wife just walked in, smiled, started laughing, then almost threw up. She probably smelled old farts in here. Shit. I'm just gonna add one because I know it won't beat, and I know that pretty much none of these are going to beat the one that's on here. Okay, I'll start the poll.
I just carried a super heavy box.
Okay.
Back around. And I was like trying to go fast because it was like falling apart. The box is like ripping, so I'm like, and it's like super heavy. In the dark.
Oh wait, you guys see? I did this one. This is you. Chat voted for you as an Elden Ring boss.
That's cool.
So it's you in a like a walking cauldron, and you're cooking pho.
Oh my god!
And you have a
I
big
love you,
soup
guys.
spoon.
That's so cool.
And you have a aoyai on, and the plants are coming out of the aoyai.
Oh my
And you have a big Asian thing going
Look
on.
at you dropping some big words. You guys impressed?
And then this is just medieval Ryu.
Nice.
Wow. I'm so shocked that Sonichu isn't winning this.
Like a shaky one.
I can look and see which ones are rising. You know, how is the Sonichu not gonna win?
Sonichu is Pikachu and Sonic.
You got it.
Nice.
But specifically from like the creepiest dude in the world who like slept with his own mom and whatever. Yeah. Maddie's here in time to vote for Sonichu.
Maddie, I got you some clothes.
Exciting. I don't know. I think Street Shark Koi Fish might win. I mean, it's a good idea. I'm glad it survived this long. I'm shocked it's gonna potentially beat Sonichu. Never in a million years would I have thought that would happen.
What was the one from the last one that stayed in? Did you do that again or no?
Street Shark Koi Fish was one that was from the last one. The last batch. Screw the vote. Nah. I can draw Sonichu whenever I want.
The people have spoken.
I mean, Street Shark Koi Fish is a good idea, and it's one that I know that I can do.
Maddie, I'll draw Sonichu for you.
Yeah, she'll do that. Let's just look up Koi Fish. I don't need to look up a street shark.
What you've drawn before.
I know what a street shark looks like. Believe me. I like how on Google now, if I search koi fish, it's just fucking AI images like everywhere.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of them. Okay. This music is loud.
That's music.
It's like classical, intense workout music.
That's funny.
Was it fun?
I feel like it's just kicking in because I didn't feel it earlier. One of them brought a THC drink. And I was
okay.
like, okay, and you measure out like
I can tell something's
an
happening.
ounce and a half. I swear to you, I was like around a ton of people. Oh, I got a permanent bracelet. Look at how cute this is. It's soldered on. Or like
Permanent bracelet?
Yeah, like it doesn't have a clasp. It's like
Oh, so I have to rip it off
no,
someday?
you're not gonna rip it. It's welded together. Isn't that cute?
Yeah, it's cool. Permanent bracelet.
Yeah. It was a lady doing it. She makes all the jewelry.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ending the vote. Street Shark Koi Fish wins. End poll. You did it. Somehow you beat Sonichu. We're ready. Let's do it. This one's gonna be easy.
Do you mind if I stand here?
No, you can stand there. Is this my farts in here?
It doesn't smell like farts.
Okay.
It smells like kind of like dog.
Okay, well that's better than farts.
Have you been farting in here?
Not for a while.
Okay. I saw you made. Did you make peppermint tea?
Yes. I sure did. Should this be cool? Or not cool?
Well, cool, obviously. Yeah, so she was like, yeah, try it, mix it with Diet Coke, and I was like just kind of sipping it, and I was looking at Coke.
Yeah.
And I was like leaving, and I said, thank you for sharing. Like, I don't really, she's like, what are you doing? And I was like, I don't really feel anything. And she was like, I'm just starting to feel it now, and she was like almost done with the drink when I got there. So I'll just go home and be like,
Blasted.
yeah, I'm just gonna be like, whoa. She gonna text her. What is going on? It's pretty cool. Because it's like flavorless. Interesting.
Wait, it was flavorless. It just tastes like water?
Well, I mixed it with Diet Coke because that's all they had for mixing. And, yeah. Didn't taste like anything. Tastes like Diet Coke.
This is so stupid. Thanks everybody for coming and for the suggestions tonight.
Is it a full house?
Yeah, there's like 100-something people here.
Oh.
Alright.
Thank you for the suggestion of me in a cauldron cooking pho. I really like that one. Anyway, it's like creeping up. It's not, I don't feel it like fully. It's just creeping up.
It's the perfect music for this. I know you can't hear it, but
I haven't sit in this stool, but I'm gonna make it there.
you can move that stuff if you want. Super strong. I feel like I should do something kind of Asian-y with him, since he's a koi fish. He's the koi fish of the group. Just like the wraps and design stuff that I'm gonna do with him. Yeah.
I mean, is he a sushi chef or is he a street shark?
He's a street shark, koi fish. Why?
Looks a little sushi chefy with that headband.
That's another thing that he could wear that's Asian. That's like, I'm thinking like cartoon character. I think so. I don't know a ton about koi fish. I just know that if I were a marketing man in the 90s and I were designing a koi fish, that I would just go for the most obvious shit. Keep it simple.
Most street sharks are dressed as like human counterparts in fashion,
Yeah.
sport, or hobby.
Yeah, they
So
usually,
maybe-
they were all like
maybe his
sports.
human counterpart is his sushi chef.
Well, he has to have like a... Maybe he's rowing. Maybe he's like a taiko drum playing dude. just wanted to be a koi fish with with a street shark with a gut.
Ooh. I like that kind of strong guy.
Yeah, like a little bit thick.
Yeah.
I need to transform him down because he needs rollerblade. I don't care that he's. Did they all had rollerblades, didn't they?
Did they for real?
I'm pretty sure they all did.
Put him in roller skates and honor him.
Yeah, I'll put him in skates.
Let's see. A sumo diaper. That's good. Will he have ripped jeans?
Of course he will.
Jeans in the sumo diaper? I always hear they grow to fit the pond they are in, but that cannot be true. That can be true. Why not? I think that makes sense.
Yeah, you don't want to stumble on them in the ocean.
Like those ancient monsters.
This is stupid. Him with roller skates is so not intimidating. All the other street sharks have rollerblades. He's got roller skates.
Oh, and rollerblades is so intimidating.
Well, it's not roller skates. It would have been a whole different show if they had roller skates on. Now that I see him, I get it. I needed to see him. I need to see his beautiful frilly bits on the side. Drawing him to this music's so funny.
Oh my god, I looked down for a second.
Well, normally they have like a huge head,
He's so
but I like
cute.
how stupid this is. It's so dumb.
It's really cute. I don't know. I like a dad bod.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's true too. Always having the mouth open is too funny.
That's why I wanted to keep it. I was like, that's what a koi fish looks like.
That is really funny.
You know, how is it a koi fish if it's not just like the coolest thing about a koi fish in the face is that it has like the, you know, like Fu Manchu stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I could emphasize that. Could spike it out a little bit more. Make him slightly cooler. Let me look at it and flip it. Yeah, it looks pretty much the same.
Ooh, that dad bod's actually getting a little out of control for me now.
It was just the balance is off on that shape.
Well, that stance makes more sense to be centered over the states.
Okay, now let's just do a quick shadow layer, and then we're gonna call it. Thank you everybody for coming. Appreciate all the wonderful suggestions. We're doing these every Thursday, so come back. It'll be next Thursday, 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, whatever that is for you. Google it. Koi fish street shark. I know this isn't what you wanted, but it's what you got. It's not even what I wanted. It just is. Oh, no, I didn't. So, our son, Axel, he tied a bunch of knots in his yo-yo. And I was basically just telling him, I was like, hey, you know, if you keep doing this stuff, it's like, you're not going to be able to use it. Like, he has a tendency to take things apart and just try and, like, figure out how they all work, which is fine.
Or make a new thing out of it.
Yeah, so he tied a bunch of knots in his yo-yo. And he's like, I'm sorry. He said, but I'm a naughty boy. And it was such a good joke.
And he's only 5.
He's 5. It was such a good joke. Like, he didn't not do it on purpose. He did it on purpose. And I said, that was so funny that I don't care. I was like, whatever you did, you get away with it. I was like, if you can say something that funny, you get out of whatever. I don't care. You're good. I'm a naughty boy after getting in trouble for tying knots in your yo-yo. It's so fucking funny. I was like, how did you do that? It's incredible. It's incredible. I was so proud. I was like, this is like the proudest stupid pun. Incredible. All right. There's the koi fish street shark. So let's go back. Let's look. You know what we did? Koi fish street shark, medieval, or tabletop RPG Ryu. This was the first sketch of that to figure them out. Not good, but this one was good. And then my wife as an Elden Ring boss.
Does it look like me, you guys?
It's the quickest. I was saying, is she Asian enough? That was what I kept saying. I was like, I don't know. I was trying not to get like so racist, but I lean a little racist because I knew that you would want it.
Yeah, if you're gonna put me in a cauldron of with an ally, then yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. I'll see you next week. Love to you all.